Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Yeah. Like usual, it's morning for me. Welcome, it's me, Wingash, me, Majekikwe, sweetgrass water medicine woman, your friendly free ass medicine woman, Christiana and Chris Car Superstar. On this beautiful, sad ass divine being right here. Sad, yeah, because I'm human. I'm human. You know, the thoughts that go through. It's not just the thoughts that go through my head, it's the outside stuff, right? And then the thoughts that go through my head because of the outside stuff. There's very much about feedback. I had to kind of make things up in my head. Sometimes I'm, pretty close. Sometimes I'm not. I feel like I'm not making it up, but trying to figure it out in my head. Not make it up, because I don't want to make it up, but trying to, because I'm not being talked to. I can't. How can you? Fix something if you don't even know what the problem is, but it's not me. See, that's the thing, because the problem isn't me. The kids have really learned some not so nice behaviors. Kind of learn that, you don't take your mom seriously. Mom's just a little, right? So don't you worry. It's like they've been resolved that, hey, they're not going to be here with mom anyway, so why put in any kind of effort? If mom asked them to, well, that means mom is a great big bitch. Oh, yeah, and I even got called one last night. Yeah, my 7-year-old. Starting to use the swear words now. Because we're coming up to the climax. Like if you're going in the story here is this is a pivoting, very pivotal point or whatever. And my children's lives are the ones that's being played with, that's being not even really considered. Adults with their own agendas. It's not about the kids. Although they convince themselves that it is, that they probably really believe that it is. They're not seeing the whole thing. They're not coming to get the whole picture. You're never going to get a truth from somebody that's trying to paint a distracting picture, right? To project all their shit. So you're not looking at what they're doing. You're looking over here to the one that's falling apart, can't hold it together anymore because that one's been working at it for years. The drip, 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 drip. And you don't even notice it. This is my thing, I think that's it. Like, I cannot be controlled, right? I don't do what I don't want to do. But then I was in very subtle ways, and then realized that. And then issues in my body, right? I'm not in full control of those. Those can be set off, right? Like, somebody has epilepsy, you can trigger a seizure in them. So that's, makes me, makes people with these kinds of conditions, I don't know how my mic turned in, that's very vulnerable. So I guess it's very scary. Especially when you've had people intentionally keep pushing, Like, I feel like sometimes I'm like, well, over little things, but it's been a little thing over and over and over, and you ask so nicely, please, okay, no, please, okay. And it's over and over and over, and then you go, and they go, wow, and then they start. Right, they act like better victims than you, even though they keep pushing you until you go, hey, enough, I can't take no more. You put down your boundaries, and they go, oh my goodness. She's the crazy, we better tiptoe around. And then it has an effect in the way I talk to everybody else and everything, so it's affecting. It affects me. I'm sad, yeah, I'm a little sad. Always wanted a peaceful, happy home. My children have a peaceful home. We're all safe. We're all accepted as we are. We can all feel whatever way we're feeling, because all your feelings are okay. It's what you do with those. But all feelings are okay. They're there. there to tell us something, right? So, excuse me. I mean, don't want to be saying sorry. I'm crying because hey, it's part of it. It's natural. I don't want to be doing all these crying videos, mostly because hey, I know there's some getting off on it, right? And that's just disgusting. And people can get off on people's sadness, and because they're getting off because they think they caused it. They think they did it. Anyway. Anyways, I thought I'd do Moonlodge in retreat for centering because yeah, I need to get to my center. Right, to be solid. There's things coming up and it's happening fast now, so that's why it's fast. It hasn't been fast, it's been drawn out, but in a retreat, I keep thinking about that. I can't. I'd love to. I haven't had the juice fasts were really good for me. The week to me. And even though there's been some times that but now I don't know. Sometimes those don't work because they come back and then my kids are even more. Oh. It's killing me because you know what this is. As my kids get older and reflect back, right? They're going to see how they were used. Has anybody thought about that that's talked to my kids about me? And, maybe they're not saying the nicest thing. Have you ever thought about what those kids are going to go through when they get older? What if something happens to their mother? Right? Are you thinking about that? What those kids are going to go through when you're teaching them how to treat their mother? Teaching them, don't listen to your mother. Teaching them, your mother's crazy. Oh, your mother's a horrible person. Oh, your mother needs so much help. Oh, you poor kids, we're going to save you from your mother. We're going to just keep fighting your mother. What does that do to a child? Have you thought about that? What those kids might go through when they get older? Something happens to their mother because their mother is a kind human being and doesn't do anything to intentionally hurt somebody at all. So, have you really thought about that? Have you really thought this through, right? Have you really got all the information and all the facts? Have you really gathered it from all sides that you could? And even if you have to sabotage a child's relationship with their mother, you need to look inside. What is it in you that makes you feel like you need to do that to somebody else? Does it make you feel good about yourself? Does it? Anybody who's doing that to anybody's children. Do you feel good about yourself if you're bashing an adult that child loves? That has been there for that child? That has done nothing wrong to that child? But because you don't agree? You know why? It's not your children to choose how to raise that. We all have our opinions, whatever. It's up to us parents. And we may not agree, but is it our place to step in? We don't have children. We've never taken a parenting course or anything, but we were once a child, so that makes us an expert on how to raise children, right? All of us human beings, we were once children, so we should all know how to raise children, right? Introspection, take a look at that in that sacred spiral. What are you repeating? Let's look at that. Are you looking at yourself? Right? Raise your child any way you want to raise your child. Hopefully you do it without abuse and stuff. Right? But it's not somebody else's job to come in and say and criticize and criticize and criticize. And then look at what you're doing to those children. Have you thought about those children? You say you're doing it for the children. You say you want to save the children. And how are you doing that? By making them accomplices to destroy their mother. Because that's basically you know, but that ain't gonna happen. You might see these tears from me and you might think, yeah, we got her. Spirit's got me. I'm able to do that deep dive in that self-reflection and see, what is Spirit telling me from this? What do I need to learn from this, Spirit? And it's your will, Spirit, not mine. It's God's will. So I will surrender and give it up. That's the only way I give up, is I give up to God. Let go and let God. So you think you can all come together as human beings and try to trash another human being? Hey, it might work for a while, but the truth is always known. Truth is always known, and it always comes out. The truth, always. It's a matter of time. Just a matter of time. And then how are you going to feel then? Because you thought you knew the truth. Thought you knew. Excuse me, I can't get into personal stuff, although it's pretty obvious. I'm talking directly to a few. A few, and they know who they be. Because they've been filling my children's heads with lies about me. And what are they doing? They're sabotaging. They are hurting those children. They say they're trying to protect. You are hurting them. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you want to hurt me. Yeah, yeah, you're hurting me because it's hurting my children. That's what hurts me, because you're hurting my children. So horrible, horrible, horrible. Look at you. You want to hurt somebody and you go through their children? It's horrible. Absolutely. Hey, it's a horrible thing to do. We're all beautiful human beings. We're all capable of both. What are you choosing to live from? The love or the light? The love or the light? It's kind of like the same thing, right? Whatever. I'm upset. I'm sad. My heart is broken. And then over and over again. And then when you got your one girl, right? Because she got interfered with even before the boys. She got interfered with. And it's been very damaging. Very damaging. We were close. It's like my oldest, we were very close too. So then that's scary, right? It's so scary when you can get some really conniving, intelligent people that can really override somebody's own experiences. I don't know. Anyways, fire, medicine, passion, and spontaneity. Let's go for it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Inward tree for centering. 12:55. Okay. Inward tree for centering. Inward tree for centering. Okay, calling back all of our directions from the east, a place of man, place of fire, passion, spontaneity, illumination and clarity. Calling all of our energies from the south, the place of the child, the emotions, the water, place of innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west, it's the physical, the woman. And calling back all of our energies from the north, that's the air, the mental, that's our wisdom years. We walk our red road, the south in childhood, right, where we want to make up some boundaries. Maybe we don't have boundaries, right, because we don't realize that we can have boundaries. We got to listen to the adults. We got to do what those adults tell us, and they start molding and shaping us, because children learn what they live. And if all they've seen is people disrespecting their mother, well, guess what? Did they learn to respect their mother? Well, why would they? Nobody else does. I shouldn't say nobody. Anyways, is that calling in my fears? That's where I'm getting caught up. Am I afraid of what the humans can do? No, I put it into God. I fear God more. And you know what? I know. I just keep giving it up to God, because God knows this heart. God knows this person, right? Because he sees all, because he's in us all. So, right, I'm not calling in my fears. I'll face everything and rise, because that's what I do. Because God will tell me, hey, why are you fearing man? I made man. Don't worry. I got this. Right? We'll bring that around. That man will learn a lesson. Now, person, humans, that's who I'm talking about. Fire, passion in the east, the spontaneity, right? That spirit is with us and it'll drive us. And it's not impulse. We don't act on those impulsiveness, but that guidance, the knowingness. Right. Okay. And then east to west, and then we retreat where that's in the west, right? We retreat and reflect, right? Look at those things. Look at what's going on in our lives. And what is this trying to tell us? Above, below, and within. Okay. Now, Moonlodge in retreat for centering. So we have from all directions, and then a center card. Right. I just want to. Is it in here? Moonlodge. Is my Moonlodge in here? No, not this one. It's in the medicine cards one. Moonlodge, spread the sun. There it is. Moon. Yeah, I got my little tabs. I put the little tabs on there so I can find it. Okay. All right. East card is the whirling spirit. No. That's the west is the whirling spirit. No. The east is the. Confuse it. Right. We're letting God lead this. Okay. Because I'm totally out of my mind right now. Totally loopy. Tired. Okay, east, the whirling spirit card, the key to unlocking your talents and abilities. Right, and then we have the south card, which is your true feelings on the situation. Or thing, person, whatever. Okay, and then the west is the dream within the dream card. Which one is coming out for that one? Where you want it? Okay, that one. Okay, there we go. This one over here. And then the north is the wisdom we may not have recognized in ourselves. That's the inner wisdom card in the north. Well, this one's all crooked right up there in the middle. It has to come up there too. Okay, right there. And then the center card is the true self. Once we know our true self, those around us could never fool us again. There she be. Okie dokie. And we have a top and bottom here. We have the path on the top this time. And the other one on the bottom. The joy. We're tapping into that joy, that loving joy, and expressing yourselves fully, wholly, and who you are. The 11. That's the inner wisdom, right? That we can learn from joy. We don't have to do the suffering anymore. We don't need to do the suffering anymore. We can learn from joy. That's the wisdom. And be grateful. Be grateful that there's enough suffering, that we don't have to repeat that. It's time to tap into that joy within us. It's always there for all of us. It's always there for all of us. So that's our main theme here. Going on with this today. If I pull this back here. Alright, I put my other thing up there. We did that the other day, didn't we? Anyway, I had a little box down here, and then maybe as I pull these cards up, I'll set them up here so you can see them better. It's much nicer when you can get a nice view, huh? Maybe, I don't know. You see them down here? Okay, those are our main themes. Down here. There, okay. Okay, well, we can turn this down a little bit. That might not stay quite like that. It might fall over some more. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Okay, the whirling spirit card. This is the ease card, the key to unlocking your spiritual nature and clearly seeing your spiritual talents and abilities, the rites of passage. We have to change. We have to let go of something to move on. If we never let go of that cranial board or the baby body, we wouldn't be walking on here, right? So we need to let go of the way it's always been, or this is just the way it is, or whatever, to create that change in our life. That's the whirling spirit card, because that's all up to us. It's our rites of passage when we are ready. That's the magic, right? Because we're all going to go through this. Every single one of us, no exceptions, walking that red path. We're going to make that transition over to the blue road, and we can come back again, whatever you believe. That's the magic in it, the seasons. We keep going, but we have that power to change in ourselves. We have that power to be the change we wish to see in the world, right? And then that creates that rippling effect. Right, because the others just need to see sometimes that, hey, It can be done. Right? And sometimes we need to have somebody, they're the first one. Whatever that is. Yeah, hopefully stuff comes out making sense here. Because, you know, letting the spirit flow. Because I am so tired and drained, you know. Saying I want to sleep for a week and even think, well, man, things weren't the way they were. Frig, I'd even go check myself in somewhere. Because I'm just like, please tell me. I think I'm just going crazy. Absolutely lost my mind. I'm just totally, just tell me I've absolutely lost my mind. Please say I'm just crazy, okay? I just want to be crazy. Anyways. Right? Anybody else go through that feels like that too? Just tell me I'm crazy because then, you know. And then that's not true. Whew, I would trade that for sure. So, your South card is the new growth or seed card. Look to this card for possible beginnings in either personal relationships or how you relate to the environment. In the Moonlodge spread, this card may also reveal your true feelings about someone or something. It is a card that will show you your hidden emotions towards a person or thing. Fertility, right? This is a new, we got babies coming. We're all being rebirthed in our own self. So what do you feel about those things that are coming up in your life, those changes that are happening? You know, are the people in your life, right? Or do we scrutinize every little detail of everything that's going on, and are we picking apart everything, right, and judging, and so that seed won't grow? Or, you know, we criticize how that seed needs to grow. Whatever that is for you. There's lots of little things growing right now. Maybe you got a baby in you, hey? So let's be, you know, sometimes when we have those babies, we're like, oh, we got to make sure everything is just absolutely perfect. It's all like this, like that, right? But we can chew everything to bits, and then we can create anxieties and stuff like that in our children, even before they come out of the bellies, right? Maybe we're doing that to ourselves, to our inner child inside, because we're chewing everything to bit. Every time this little one wants to get out, express itself, well, we're chewing it to bits. How this isn't going to, this doesn't fit in. Whatever that is for you. So how does that feel for you? What is the new seeds that are starting to grow into your life? What is the new growth that's coming in for you? Now that's a South card, so we're going to have to put that down here. Oh, well, this one was the East. We better put it on this side. Is that for you, right? Never eat shredded wheat, right? Okay. However that is for you, okay? But remember, do it opposite. Okay, so that was the East. There was the South. Oh, now this not staying up there like it has before. Ow. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry for... Oh. Being so sticky about it. Dang. It hurts. It hurts. My body hurts. My heart hurts. My head hurts. Everything hurts. Yeah. Huh? It's life. And here we go to the dream within the dream card, right? Connecting to the original source. It may lead you to your real life purpose. When we connect to the original source, yes, it definitely will. So study it carefully. Is your dream or vision a product of your superficial ego? Are you being truly introspective and realizing the goals which your higher self is suggesting? It is here in the West that you impregnate yourself with your real life mission. This is going to be hard to get through fertility and impregnating. I'm such a family girl. My family's been ripped from me, and you know what? They've gone willingly. And that's the real kick in the teeth. Anyways. So the great mystery, all right? And they're right, it's a diversion. Anything else is a diversion to think that we need anything other than our spirit here. Right? To think and get caught up in these physical bodies and the physicality of everything. That is a great diversion. A great, great diversion. Alright? And opossum. We'll just leave these down here like that for now. Poof! Okay. Right? So that dream within the dream, we tap into that original source and see, because anything else, right, is just a diversion. It's like somebody else says, you need to do this, you need to do that. We're going to other people for that opinion. What do I need, right? We go to school, we go whatever. Instead of tapping into that original source to get in touch with that passion inside of us, that magic that is us, right? That magic that is source working through us, right? Anything else is a diversion from that. Okay. So let's focus on that original source inside of us and let that guide us. Right? The new seed. We're planting that new seed. We're going to follow where the Spirit leads. Okay, enough of following man's plan. Let's tap into that divine plan. Because what is man's? That dream within the dream. Is it about all that financial and material success? Right? That's a diversion from it. And they want to keep us diverted from that. That man knows. You know? And, diversion. Let's look over here instead of what the source is giving us. Let's look like man has control over here. When, you know what? The one that made man? Like, hello. Whatever. You want to want to the science, right? Science is more and more showing that connection that we all have. We all coming from that same original source. That's a great mystery how that happens, isn't it? Huh? Big Bang, so many creation stories. Hey, it's all part. It's all part. That original source. You tap into it in your heart. Scrutinize every little thing. Or you can just believe. Believe and tap into that joy. That we are all connected. We are not separate from each other. We separate ourselves. Well, let's not do that, right? Let's come together into that whirling rainbow of peace. There's the wisdom. It indicates the inner wisdom you may not have recognized in yourself. The north is the place of wisdom and knowing. Therefore, if you are looking outside for the answers, this card gently nudges you into following the animal's lead to find the same wisdom within yourself. Study this card with the idea of knowing yourself will break any self-deceptions you may have. We're all part of this, right? So when we come together and see that we are all the whirling rainbow warriors of peace, all of us here at this time, we're needed to come together and achieve that wholeness, that we are one humanity on this earth. And we are in it together. And anything else, right? If we're picking apart everybody else because they're not doing the same that we think that they should be doing, whatever, that's not bringing that wholeness together. We keep that separation in there when we keep thinking us and them, right? Mask wearers and not mask wearers. And that's when we all have to, right? It's that subtlety, that dreaming. What are we dreaming into being? Are we dreaming in the fears? Are we calling in those fears? Or are we dreaming this whirling rainbow that we're all coming together, we're all uniting, and we're each doing our part inside, because it all begins within, right? Find that peace within you, and then you can start sharing that with others too. When they need to find that peace within them too. We could all be, right? Are we all dreaming of this more peaceful world? We can all dream this peaceful world into being by doing our part, becoming and seeing that we are part of the whirling rainbow warriors. Whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. That we all can decide to come together, right? United we stand, divided we fall, right? We need to come together, be whole, right? Remember, government works for the people, not the other way around. It's there for the people, by the people, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't watch that stuff. I did watch that presidential debate. I just thought I'd check it out because I never do. There's just for some reason, I feel like, I don't know, in my kids, if something like that was on the TV, there was a lot more than just two. Why is it just two? Like, I don't understand. You only get two options? Like, wow. Why do you only hear about two of them? 1836. Yeah. Done that. Isn't that? Reflections. What's this world reflecting to you? The truth about who you be. Leaving it like that. The central card indicates the integration point of all the directional medicines of your personal unconscious. It is the power shield of the true self. It is the card of the circle of knowing the within, the taproot of your personal consciousness. Know the true self, the within, and those without can never again deceive you, right? So looking at that, what are you intending? I say, like, I don't want my head to swell, but am I intending to make famous, to get, right? I'm looking at what is my dream. Is it for my superficial ego? Because I just want things. I just want to be popular. I just want everybody to love me. No, so look at that. What is your intention? You know, that person, of who you are. Are you intending to be true to yourself and true to your source and be who you are and who source made you to be? Or are you intending to just follow man and just go along and, you know, is it keeping the peace really? I want to say keep the peace, but are you really keeping the peace? No, you're keeping that control, right? They want you to keep the peace and not argue or question what they're doing, right? That's a keeping the peace, is it? That's a trauma response. So we need that stamina. So we need to hold out for the long haul. This is going to take some time for changing. Like, it didn't get this way overnight. So it's not going to, it could turn around quicker than it got this way. But it's all of us. We need to look at that self. What are we intending? Begin within and look within inside you. And what are you intending? And do you give up just when you're about to reach that finish line? Or do you have that stamina to carry that out? Remember, we need to do that resting and retreating. So we will have that stamina to carry out our intentions. So what is that for you? 23. Don't be... See, upon some diversion. The intentions, right? Because so many people out there giving us their opinions and all of that, what we need. That's all a diversion. Okay, if we're looking for those answers outside, do you intend to find the answers outside or looking within? Connect in that source, because we all have that ability to do that. Not connecting from the outside, connect from the inside. The center, the true self. Who you really, really are. Okay, and there we go. And that was the south down there and the overall. So this is how we get to that intention, and look at that, right? We connect to that source. Where am I, right? We scrutinize. We look at the details, but we don't chew it to bits. But we need to look at all those details. And then the fertility, okay, which ones are we going to plant, right? Sometimes we scatter those seeds or whatever. And don't chew it to bits, right? Then we come over and know that everything's got to change, right? Because the fertility, you got that starts as a seed and it grows, and you know, and so do we. We all did. And see the magic and beauty in that. Just to be born was a miracle for you to be here. You're all miracles, right? And we're all born here to help make that change in this world. Every single one of us, no exceptions. You have a part to play in making this a more peaceful world, because it all begins within, right? We look at that. We have to see that we are part of this great mystery. We're all, everything that we're putting out there, we're helping to create this new world, right? So what is it that you're intending? What are you putting out there, right? And is it sustainable for the long haul? Look at that. And tap into that joy and see the wisdom that resides in you, because we've all got it. Mwah. Love you. Wonderful, blessed, peaceful day. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. This world really needs you. And thank you. See, I'm feeling better too. Wonderful, blessed day. Love you.